Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are still in chapter 3 which is coordinate system, but now we are in week 9 part 4 video. This video we will learn how to plot polar curve of Limacon. Limacon is a third type of shape in this polar coordinate. Before we go further, we need to understand types of Limacon here, which is a shape of Limacon can be divided into three shapes. The first one, we call it as inner loop Limacon. In this case, you can see there is some inner loop inside this circle. And then we have another one, we call it as one loop or dimple Limacon. So here you can see there is no inner loop inside, but there is some dimple at this location. And the other is look like circle. And the last one is convex Limacon. Convex Limacon, there is no dimple and the shape is look like circle, but actually it is not circle. So now we go to the first type of Limacon, that is we call it as inner loop. Now we go to the general form of inner loop Limacon. The formula that produces the graph of inner loop Limacon is similar to the formula that produces cardioid, which is given by R equal to A plus minus B cos theta and also R equal to A plus minus B sin theta. But the difference here is A over B is less than 1, means that in this case A should be less than B. If you recall back in cardioid, your A equal to B, that is A over B equal to 1. Means that here we have the same formula as cardioid, but the difference is A is smaller than B, so that we have here A over B which is less than 1. Next, we go to general shape of inner loop Limacon in polar coordinate. It can be divided again into 4 types. So it depends on the value of A and also whether your function is cos or sin theta. If let's say your function here is a positive cos theta, we know that the inner loop Limacon will be located at positive x-axis. But here, because A less than B, so we will have here inner loop inside the whole circle. And then again, if we have here cos theta which is negative value, means that it is same with a cardioid, our shape will be located on negative x-axis. But inside this, it will be inner loop because here A is less than B. And then if we have here our function positive sin theta, we will have a shape which is at positive y-axis, and also inside this we will have inner loop because our A is less than B. And the last shape here, it is given by a function of negative sin theta. So here our shape will be located on negative y-axis, and because A less than B, there is inner loop inside this shape. So, in general, how can we plot Limacon inner loop? Let's say we have here R equal to A plus B cos theta. So now, understood A is less than B. That is A over B which is less than 1. In this case, when we have cos theta which is positive value, we will have Limacon on x-axis, positive x-axis. But here, it should have inner loop. So class, the point here is referred to A and negative A value. And the point at this inner loop is absolute value of B minus A. And the point at the end of this shape here is given by A plus B. So if you want to plot letter, you need to base on the value of A and B. And then, let's say we have here our R equal to A minus B cos theta. So, in this case, again, we have the same condition like this. Means that we will have here inner loop Limacon, which is given by this kind of shape. But here, it is positive A. this value will be negative A, and at this point is an absolute value of B minus A, and at this point is A plus B. Next, if we have here R equal to A plus B sine theta. So now our function is sine theta. Means that we will have here our inner loop Limacon on Y axis. So again, for this inner loop Limacon, our A should be less than B. That is A over B should be less than 1. In this case, sine function is positive. Means that we will have here our Limacon is given by this kind of shape, but we have here inner loop, and then for this point it is negative A, here is A, and at this point it is A plus B, and at this point, which is in inner loop, it is absolute value of B minus A. Then, if we have the last function, which is R equal to A minus B sine theta, again A and B should fulfill this condition because it is inner loop Limacon. So when our function is negative sine theta, in this case, our shape will be on negative Y axis. Means that we will have this kind of shape. So here, the point that cross this x-axis is negative A, and at this positive A, x-axis is A, and this inner loop we have absolute value B minus A, and at this location it is A plus B. So when you understand this, it is easy for you to plot this inner loop Limacon. Now we go to this example 1. The question asks us to sketch the polar curve of R equal to 3 plus 5 cos theta. In this case, we have A equal to 3, B equal to 5. Means that our A is less than B. So we will have here A over B, which is equal to 3 over 5 less than 1. Understood, the shape here is inner loop Limacon. So in this case, you need to find first your absolute value of B minus A, which is equal to absolute value 5 minus 3 equal to 2. And then also we need to compute A plus B, which is equal to 3 plus 5, that is equal to 8. So now when we want to plot this, understood, our function here is a positive cos theta. Means that it will be located on positive x-axis. So in this case, you will have here the cross at this y-axis is 3, and this one negative 3, and then here also 3. This is absolute value B minus A, and here is A plus B, which is A. When we plot here, you will have this inner loop that cross at this 3, and then it will go to this 3, to this negative 3, and then it will touch this A and back to this negative 3. So now we have this kind of inner loop Limacon. Next, we go to this example 2. The question asks us to sketch the polar curve of R equal to 2 plus 3 sine theta. Now our function is in terms of sine theta, means that our graph will be on y-axis. So here, our A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, and then we have here A over B equal to 2 over 3, which is less than 1. Understood, it is inner loop Limacon. So in this case, you have to find your absolute value of B minus A, which is here 3 minus 2 equal to 1. And then we compute A plus B, which is equal to 2 plus 3 equal to 5. When we plot this one, so on your x-axis here, you will have a point of negative A. This one, so negative 2. Here 2, and here 1. And then at this point is 5. Means that we will have inner loop that touch on this one, and then your Limacon touch on this negative 2, go to this 5, and then touch on the 2, and then go back to this origin. So we will have this kind of inner loop Limacon. And then we go to this example 3. The question asks us to sketch the polar curve of r equal to 4 minus 6 cos theta. In this case, again, we check for A and B value. A is 4, B equal to 6. So A over B in this case is 4 over 6, which is less than 1. So now we have to compute absolute value of B minus A. That is absolute value of 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. And then A plus B equal to 4 plus 6, that is equal to 10. But now our cos function is negative, means that our Limacon will be on negative side of x-axis. In this case, you will have here on this y-axis A value, which is 4, this one negative 4, and they will touch here on point 2, that is here B minus A, and now for the end of this it is at point 10. So you will have here inner loop that touch on this 2, and then go to this 4, and then go to this 10, back to this negative 4, and back to this origin. So we will have this kind of inner loop Limacon. Next, we go to the example 4. The question asks us to sketch the polar curve of r equal to 3 minus 5 sin theta. In this case, we know A equal to 3, B equal to 5. So we have here A over B equal to 3 over 5. That is less than 1. In this case, our B plus minus A is equal to 5 minus 3. So equal to 2. And then A plus B is equal to 5 plus 3, which is equal to 8. When we plot for this one, you will have a shape that is located on negative y-axis because your sine function is negative. But now it will touch on this x-axis on negative 3, 3, and then here 2, and then here 8. So we will have inner loop inside this Limacon that touch negative 3, go to this A, and then back to this 3 and touch the origin. So this is the shape of inner loop Limacon for this